Baba is recent een boek verschenen. Dit boek is verkrijgbaar in de boekhandel onder de titel Satya Sai.
Mijn volgende gast is een Indiër. Hij komt dus uit het land van de goeroes, de bhagwans en de avatars, de godmensen. Hij is hier vanwege de documentaire die we afgelopen donderdagavond op Nederland 1 konden zien. Uitgezonden door het Icon over de bekendste van die avatars, Sai Baba. Een man met miljoenen volgelingen en een enorme macht. En voor wie hem niet gezien heeft, die documentaire, even dit. Satya Sai Baba noemt zichzelf een incarnatie van God. Hij heeft een menselijke vorm. En hij kan dus lijden aan griep of verkoudheid. En ook heeft hij voedsel nodig. Maar slapen doet hij, althans naar men beweert, niet. Hij ligt wel in bed. Sai Baba predikt geen eigen geloof. Hij stimuleert min of meer mensen zich verder te verdiepen in het geloof dat ze al hadden. Baba is voor zijn volgelingen 2 maal per dag te zien in zijn ashram in Puttaparthi. En daar neemt hij vooral hun brieven aan, brieven van die volgelingen dus. En hij materialiseert als bewijs voor zijn goddelijkheid voorwerpen, zoals vooral ringen, horloges en heel speciaal heel veel heilige as. Iedereen mag zich natuurlijk de incarnatie van God noemen, maar nauwkeurig onderzoek van de handel en wandel van Sai Baba levert volgens mijn volgende gast een aanzienlijk grimmiger beeld op dan u en ik afgelopen donderdag op de televisie te zien kregen. Mag ik u welkom voor de uitgever van het blad Indian Skeptic, Basava Premanand. Mr. Premanand, can you do it? Materialize Vibhuti, holy ashes?
I can produce as Sai Baba produces, but the claim that he materializes is wrong.
False. It's a trick.
It is a trick. And you move the hand like the magician, and holy ash comes from the hand.
How did you do it?
I purchased the holy ash from the same shop where Baba purchases it. And it is mixed in starch water and made into balls, and you hide it here in the hand, move it, as if you are taking it from the air, bring it to the fingertips and break it and give it. And if ever he comes to Netherlands, when he is moving his hand to produce it, a brave person go and give a hit to his hand so that what is confused also.
What about these watches? Sai Baba is famous for materializing watches.
But the thing is, he had gifted a watch, produced a watch and gifted it to one of the ministers in India who later left Sai Baba, that is Mr. T.A. Pai. And every watch made in this earth has the manufacturer's name and also the serial number of the watch. So when he produced it and gave to T.A. Pai, he believed it was created. But when we searched for the serial number, we found that it was smuggled from Arabian countries.
Now, even so, he's just a magician and he's not God. But he builds universities where poor people can go and get an education. What can be possibly wrong with that?
He has never built a university. He has, some American gave him money and a big building was built where 3,000 students can be taught, educated and stay. but the actual strength of the school, university is only 350. So he is wasting the national wealth, which has been used to put the building, and giving training only to 350 people.
Then what about these hospitals?
Hospital was recently built with about 300 crores of rupees. And when I sent about 10 people there to get treated who had heart problems, I found that they were not admitted. And when I investigated, I found that his devotees are very rich, are being given treatment there as free because it doesn't give the bill, and they donate 100 times more than the actual cost of treatment.
So you say it's just an ordinary lie? He doesn't admit people from all castes, even pariahs, to his hospital?
No, I can prove it. I can prove it with records. And I can prove also that all the students who are studying there have paid money as donations much more than the fees which they have to pay in other schools or colleges.
But what about all these people, all those Indian scientists that we saw last Thursday on television in this documentary? What about the Indian president that even praises the good works of Sai Baba?
Because they are party to a fraud, I can say, and I have written also in my magazine, Indian Skeptic, why they are... in 1968, Sai Baba visited Uganda. That is the only country which Sai Baba has visited outside India. And that was to bring in Congo gold, which was bartered for smuggling Indian weapons like tanks to Uganda, to Idi Amin. And I even gave the name of the steamship company. It was a Norwegian steamship company through which he smuggled Indian weapons and got in barter gold. Now, and because these people, they can't directly, President and Prime Minister cannot go directly and smuggle and sell. They want some agents.
And Sai Baba is one of their agents?
Sai Baba is one of the biggest mafia gang, because I have collected a lot of things, records which I can't show within 15 minutes.
Let's for a moment assume that you are completely right. Then there are some very important people in Indian politics that are probably your utmost enemies at this moment.
There are.
How come you're still able to publish your ideas in this magazine?
Because we have freedom of speech. And because I am publishing with records, they are not able to take any action against me. And they are afraid that if they take me to the court, truth may come out.
But isn't it a dangerous position that you're in?
It is dangerous because many times I've been tried to be murdered by Sai Baba's people. In 1976, when I wrote the first book against Sai Baba and his contravening 9 Indian acts, criminal acts, I was tried to be murdered.
How?
That is, my was working like me, Dr. A.T. Cole. He came to release that book, and we were staying in a government guest house. In the midnight, a dozen people came. They removed the axle nut and filed the thread of the axle and put the nut loose with the pin. And when we went about 5-6 kilometers, the pin broke and our vehicle was toppled to the right side. It was the right side.